전체적인 어떤 그 양상은 STX 소울팀 쪽으로 좀 유리하게 흘러가지 않을까라는 예상을 해봅니다.
그렇습니다.
Oh shit. Hey look guys, the stream is pitch black with a fucking orange cone in it. Yeah! Alright, so set number 1 of StarCraft 2 is going to be a TVT between Wounded Star's Light against some Terran, probably Bogus, from STX Sayle. I don't know who it is because we didn't see it, but I'm just going to say it's Bogus. Alright.
조심스러운 플레이를 해야 될 것 같다라는 생각이 듭니다.
지금 뭐 배경음악에서 강남스타일 나오고 있는데 이재호 선수는 정말 강남스타일 확실한 선수 아니었습니까?
Dude, Biopower, I'm totally the same, man. I actually don't think I've watched the original 3 Star Wars movies in their entirety. I've watched like Return of the Jedi, but then like, you know, the first one, New Hope, I got like bored halfway through, and same for Empire Strikes Back, so I don't even watch like the whole movies. And then like the new ones, it's just like, oh, it's Natalie Portman, man, this is an awesome movie. I'm like not nearly hipster enough, or like with good enough taste. In movies, I'm like a League of Legends fan in like movies terms. I just like don't have any appreciation for depth or like thinking. I just like cool shit and pretty actresses. Anyway, whoa! In the top right, as the red Terran, we have presumably Bogus. I still don't know who this is, and we're not going to get a face shot either because it's the HD stream. Oh no, we are. Oh no, it's not Bogus, it's Classic. I'm so sorry. Classic. Alright. And in the bottom left is the blue Terran. We will have Light.
예, 김도우 선수는 초중반에 강한 스타일이고 이재호 선수는 중후반에 강한 스타일입니다. 예, 그렇기 때문에 좀 스타일상으로 약간 갈리는 그런 그 경향이 있는데.
네. 올림픽에
Alright. Woo! Woo, foreigners! Woo!
세계인의 어떤 이목을 끄는 것은 뭐 올림픽뿐만이 아니죠.
그렇죠.
예, 국내에서는 e스포츠도 있다라는 거.
Alright, so it looks like we have no wall from what's his face? Classic. We do have a wall from Light. And are we going to see any 14cc nonsense? It might not be that bad. It is a TVT and we are cross map on Entombed. But we shall see. Now people asking me about all kinds of classic movies. I'm not sure, I need to protect my nerd cred a little bit. What's the best way to do that? Not sure. I mean, I already did say I have terrible taste in movies though, so maybe it's fine. You guys have to forgive me. It's like my little sin, my little vice. We can't all be perfect, right? So, an immediate cross-map scout from Last, who's clearly using the brain hacks. Map hacks, brain hacks. Oh, actually it's Light rather. Who did I say? Last? Oh Jesus, he's not even in the game. Light has done a cross-map scout. And he's going to see his opponent there, and so he's going to do a 1-rack expand. Oh yeah, and it's still going to be later. Look at this, look at this. Both players going for a 1-rack expand on 16, and yet Light's expansion is noticeably slower, and that just shows you how much mining you actually lose from sending out that scouting SEV. Because I'm pretty... Was there any other difference in the builds? I mean, now there's a difference, right? Now we had the like 2 Marines first from Classic, and a faster refinery, I think, from Light. But before that, I don't think there was any other difference. It was just that Light sent out a much faster scouting SEV, and so his command center was just that much later. It's really funny because like a lot of players, like newer players especially, inexperienced players, don't actually realize how much you lose by scouting that much. Like that's why Day9 always says, you know, if you don't know what you're scouting for, then don't scout. You know, you might think it's not that big a deal, but you know, you do definitely lose a bit of money like that. I actually just in Brood War, I just noticed this very distinctly. I basically experimented with my scout timing. If you compare in Brood War as a Protoss, doing like a Pylon scout versus a Gateway scout versus like a Cybernetics Core scout, is like a huge difference in how much money you have. Huge. It just blew my mind. I was like, oh my god. Like, if I don't scout now, I can like build a whole nother Nexus. This is amazing. Okay, maybe it's not that much, but you know. Yeah, we do have factory and reactors going down for both players. I mean, if you just look at the production tab, it's essentially the same. We do have a bunker though going up for Light, which we do not see from Classic here, which is quite interesting. So Classic being a little bit safe. And I think that's fine, because he did see the... Wait, did he see the command center? I heard an SCV, I saw SCV dying from one of these players, I can't remember whose one it was. I think probably because it was Classic's SCV that suicided to check the command center. Anyway, looks like we're going to switch off the reactor onto the factories. Both players are actually, so both players going for the reactor with Hellion follow-up, so very, very similar builds. Looks like we do have a tech lab though on something for Light. God, I keep forgetting the players now. I just call them blue and red. To pretend they're like Power Rangers. Alright, Blue Ranger is now sending out 2 Hellions to the middle of the map. And Red Ranger has now got his own Hellions coming out. So might have a little Hellion engagement in the middle. Uh-oh, but Red Ranger's gonna get caught here. It's a trap! It's a trap! Red Leader! Red Leader, abort! Red Leader's pulling back. Blue Leader. Is there a Blue Leader in Star Wars? I can't remember. There's a Red Leader for sure. I think there's a yellow... No, there's a Gold Leader. There's a Gold Leader and a Red Leader. Is there a Blue Leader? Shit, I can't remember. Anyway, we do have the first medevac out. Perhaps gonna go for Hellion drop. And on the other side, we actually have Cloaked Banshees from Light. So here's the first major deviation in the builds. Cloaked Banshees from Light, nothing for Classic. Besides another medevac, I guess. And here we go, the Banshee's moving out. Now, I don't think there's an engineering bay up just yet, so not gonna have any turrets. Classic just gonna have to rely on the Marines and the scans to help deal with these Banshees. And that will be quite interesting. But it looks like now he's moving out with an attack. Marine, medevac, and Hellion. And this is actually the anti-timing here because the Banshee is going around the side. It's going to go right into the base as soon as his army is on the other side of the map. Oh man, this is actually really, really bad. He's building a second bunker at the front. Or rather, Light's building a second bunker at the front to help hold off his attack. But actually, this attack could be quite scary though. It's quite a lot of units. But now the Banshee's coming in, and there's almost nothing at home. The turret does finish, it looks like, but are they well placed? It looks like they are kind of covering the mineral line, so there's still going to be some space for the Banshee. And look at this, he's actually just going to elevate her into the natural here. Oh my god. And look at that, no vision whatsoever. This attack could do a huge amount of damage. Now he sees it, but is it too late? What units does he have? He has a Viking, he has one Siege Tank. Siege mode is not finished yet. It's so close to finishing. Light needs his Siege mode now. He's probably going to have to lift that orbital just for a second here until his Siege mode gets up. He does have the 2 bunkers at the front. All his SCVs are chilling there to help repair, but this at least is going to force a lift on the command center. He won't get the command center. He's just going to have to chill here at the natural. I don't think he can break this. He's going after the Siege Tanks. I don't think that's a good idea. He's going to get one Siege Tank, maybe, but he's running into range of the bunkers. I think that was a bad attack by Classic there. Now he's just lost all his units. Oh my god, that was a horrible decision there to move in to try and snipe the Siege Tank. He doesn't get either of the tanks and loses all of his units. And now I think Light is in a great position. Classic having thrown away his entire army for very little damage. It looks like the Banshee does get cleaned up at least. A Viking does come out of the starport to clean that up. So it looks like he just killed a handful of SCVs, nothing major. But now Classic, he just threw away his army. He deflected the Cloaked Banshee, but still he's down to 55 supply against the 73 supply of Light. Both players actually going for a Raven relatively quickly here, and Classic is going to catch a few Hellions at least. That's going to help out, catching up. But we already have a 3rd command center on the way for Light as well as for Classic. Classic is actually a little bit ahead. Both players just having very, very similar ideas this game. But now we have a counterattack from Light moving across the map. I don't know if he's just going to try and put on a bit of pressure and hold the watchtower, or he's actually going for an attack here. He's got 3 siege tanks against 0. Oh man, this could be really, really bad for Classic here. Does he even have siege mode? He's not getting it. Is he getting it? He's not getting it right now, so presumably he does have it. He's getting 2 siege tanks as well. And yeah, it looks like it was just a bit of Light pressure here. Light doesn't really have enough units to press the issue, but look at this. More factories being added. Looks like Light is actually going pure mech here, switching out all the add-ons. I think switching out the reactor onto the starport as well, so he's going reacted Vikings plus just pure mech play here. And both players actually getting blue flames. So it looks like both players actually going for some mech play here. Are they? No, another medevac is in production. I'm actually not quite... No, I think, yeah, no, they're definitely both going for mech. Alright. Just trying to see from the production tab. There's like so much stuff going on, man. This is like a new skill that I haven't really got down yet. You know, I've done so much... Actually, hold that thought. There's some Hellions running around here. Yeah, I've been commentating Brood War so long, so like I'm used to really looking at the mini map and trying to judge things from supplies and whatnot, and essentially just mainly commentating from the mini map. But you know, with this new, with all these new fancy tabs and things, I'm like trying to make good use of them, but it's a little bit hard for me. So do bear with me as I read all the little icons. Anyway, so yeah, cross map or mech. Both players going mech in cross positions on a 4-player map probably means we're going to go to a super late game TVT here, which should be quite exciting. Maybe we can see some mass BCs in the end game after a split map situation. That's always very fun to watch. And we do have a hidden expansion though going up at the top left main. That's quite exciting. So essentially a bit of a double expand going on here. Just now taking his 3rd while also getting his 4th base up here. Classic is, and I think that's actually quite smart considering he is still a touch behind here. He's down to just 15 supply deficit, so it's not significant. But taking that hidden expo is definitely going to help. But it's not. What's not going to help is losing SCVs to this Hellion drop. They do have blue flame now, can definitely kill a lot of SCVs. Looks like going to drop just 1 Hellion here at the 3rd base. All the Hellions of Classic going to come clean this up, but the two Hellions in the main base. How much damage will they do? There's not that many SCVs here. And it looks like the Blue Flame Hellions of Classic actually is going to come back and take it out fairly easily. So only 1 SCV or 2 SCVs lost there, it seems. And oh my god, are you shitting me? Are you kidding me? That Marine. Somebody needs to fire that Marine. Oh my god. Wow. Just like literally 3 steps to the right of seeing that command center. Somebody research him the Marine Vision upgrade or something. Jesus, give him ocular implants. Ugh. Those of you who don't know, that's the Ghost sight range upgrade from Brood War. Ghosts don't have a sight range upgrade in SC2, do they? Pretty sure they don't. In Brood War you can get ocular implants, which is awesome. Your Ghost can see like forever. Your Ghost like becomes a sensor tower. It's like walking around and shit while cloaked and you see everything. Oh, it's glorious. Anyway, ooh, catching a few Hellions there. Quite nice for Classic. And Classic has now pulled ahead in supply. He's up at 154 to the 152 of Light. But look at this. Look at this. Siege mode has just started, guys. Guys, Classic is going mech and he starts siege mode at 16 minutes. This is awesome. This is actually awesome. Look at this. It's the 16-minute siege mode timing. Oh shit! Oh shit! Hide! That SCV. He goes over. He's like, "Holy fuck! Why is the Marine there?" Guys, nobody move. Nobody move. Do not take the right gas. He's like, guys, nobody build shit on the right gas. All right, we can only mine from this one. Oh man, you can just see that SCV like, whoa, Marine. This is so awesome. Oh man, Light's gonna be so mad when he learns about this. But look at this. Look at this. He's building double Ravens. Light is building double Ravens. Please don't die. Please don't die, stream. My esports TV stream. Oh no, actually my esports TV stream is correct now, so we have a backup. But this is very interesting. Look at this, Light doing double Raven production. I don't know how you can afford this, because mech is already fairly gas heavy as a strategy. You know, you're building a lot of siege tanks and Vikings as well to support. So to go double Ravens as well is pretty crazy. I'm not sure exactly what he intends to do with this. I haven't actually seen him research like the Seeker Missile or anything like that. I mean, I'm like, PDD only makes sense against Vikings. It doesn't stop Hellion or tank shots, right? Does it? What is it? What is he actually getting all those Ravens for? I'm not really sure. Is he just something like, because like the Secret Missile onto Clump's tanks would be amazing. Because like when they're in siege mode, what are they gonna do? They can't run away from the Secret Missile, right? But I didn't see him get it. Maybe he got it already. Actually, maybe I just wasn't paying attention. All right, I'm gonna assume that he got it. If he's making like a billion Ravens, and now he's getting some Banshees. Maybe he does just want a bunch of PDDs, so he can. Because see, the thing is, he doesn't have that many Vikings. See, he's down on the Viking, or actually no, it's an even Viking count, but he's getting Banshees as well. So perhaps he just wants to dominate the air, and then you know, once he clears out all of Classic's Vikings, he can just use the Banshees to pick up all the siege tanks. That's really quite clever. But yeah, I guess it is just the PDD against the Vikings. I was trying to think, I was like, is he going to drop turrets onto tanks like, you know, like Zergs do with Infested Terrans? That'd be crazy. But no, I think he does just want to convincingly win this air engagement so that his Banshees can actually go to work. And we have a screenshot of the Ravens being spotted. But oh, here we go. Oh, big tank shot on the Hellions. Not quite as big as I thought. But here we go. Here's the air battle, and there are the PDDs. But those are last PDDs. Where, or sorry, damn it, Classic's PDDs. Where are the PDDs for the blue player here? It looks like did he even use one? Oh no, there they are. I'm sorry. They were actually just stacked on top of everything. Couldn't even see them there. So here we go. Wins the air engagement, and now those two Cloak Banshees doing massive damage on everything here. Look at that. The Cloak Banshees, there's the scan, but the PDDs mean it doesn't even matter. Okay, looks like finally they're out of energy. But I don't know why. Oh, the Thor is there. Look at that. That crucial Thor actually providing the anti-air needed to ward away all these units. So it looks like the plan has been a little bit foiled now for Light. He was trying to just take out all the Vikings and start picking off these tanks, but with that with that Thor there rather, not really able to do so. Meanwhile, he's gotten his own 6 o'clock base, a 12 o'clock base taken by Classic, and we're gonna have a big engagement here, and here we go. Is he really gonna move in? That's so many siege tanks. He's gotta be careful. He's got a couple of Thors of his own. Doesn't want to lose those. It looks like he is gonna pull back a little bit here. These tank lines are so funny here. They're being drawn left and right. I mean, the map is being split north and south, and yet the tank lines are being drawn left and right, or east and west. Port and starboard. Oh, he sees it! Oh no, you foolish Marine! You foolish Marine! Why did you not tell me there was a base here? Oh my god. Light would be court-martialing that Marine if it wasn't dead. Oh man, that Marine, like Jack Nicholson. You want to know if there's a base here? You can't handle the hidden expos, man! Frickin' Marine. Does that make Light Tom Cruise? I'm not sure if Light's ready to be Tom Cruise yet. Anyway, one Hellion gonna go deal with this, but you know, it's already like half mined out. As the observer's pointing out, 875 minerals left on each patch. So pretty sure they start with 1500, right? So they're like half mined out already. And he gets killed by SCVs. So the tank lines are continuing to push back and forth here in the middle map. It's just so funny that it's going, that they're like left and right rather than horizontal. But oh, look at this, some Hellions sneaking around the side to the 12 o'clock, not paying attention to them though. Light needs to micro them so that they're hitting SCVs. Why are they not shooting SCVs? Oh man, Light with a really good idea here, but not actually executing at all. He could have killed a lot of SCVs there, I feel, but now it looks like the Air Force is actually moving to the north as well. I don't know why he didn't send those Hellions to the top left main instead. Light pulling off some questionable decisions here, but now the Air Force is going up. It's going to clear out all of these tanks, and by all I mean the 2 tanks that are there. But look at this, a huge counterattack going into the 6 o'clock base. Light does have a sensor tower there, so he does see it coming, but he only has 3 siege tanks to defend this. The entire army is moving down, and the stream dies, but that's alright. But that's alright, don't worry. We are back to the past, guys. Back to the Hellion harass. Whew, man, I'm loving this backup stream. Awesome. So, I think we're back like 30 seconds in the past or something? A minute in the past? Either way, we have seen this before. Alright, here we go again. Here we go again. Rigo. GG go Re. And here is the attack at the 6 o'clock base. Just going to roll through those tanks, no siege mode required. And here we go. Are we going to see a base raid situation? All of the tanks and the Thors of Light are heading to the top right, but he's pulling his Air Force back a little bit. No, the Air Force is going up there as well. It looks like we are, in fact, going to have a base raid here, but that's going to be very, very tricky. Of course, tanks defensively are so amazing. There's a couple of Thors there freaking out as well. And here we go. How is this going to work out? The thing to remember is that, well, actually both players now have the middle, left, and right expansions as well. Those semi-island bases blocked off by rocks. Both players do have quite a bit banked as well. This could be pretty crazy. Look at all those orbitals actually built by Light there, of course, to drop mules and be able to sack SCVs for more army supply. It doesn't look like any extra orbitals were built, in fact, for Classic. Even though he did have the hidden expo, and here we go. Classic's army is moving into the main base. Light going to start losing all of his infrastructure. He should start lifting those buildings, but actually even if he lifts though, there's still a lot of Vikings in the air to take those down. Meanwhile, it looks like Light is actually pushing in a lot slower. Light is actually elected to siege at the natural rather than just move his way in as Classic is doing. So in terms of how fast these players are going through, Classic is definitely pushing through faster, but no, there's finally the siege mode here. And both players just annihilating each other. I don't know who's going to come out ahead here. Oh man, but there's the big air engagement, and actually it looks like Light takes down all the Vikings. He's taking down the Thors now. He's focusing down the Thors with the Banshees. There's the scans, but he scans too late. Oh my god, all the anti-air. No, there's two more Thors there. There's two more Thors. There's the scan. What are they doing? Oh my god, the PDDs are blocking all the missiles. There's like 6 PDDs all right there. The Thors cannot shoot the Banshees. They're trying to shoot the Banshees, but all the Thors go down. All the anti-air is gone, and now these Banshees are going to take down all of the siege tanks. The Mass Raven Banshee air style has worked out for Light. There's the uncloak because everything is dead and all of his units are still alive. The base trade has not gone in Classic's favor here. Light with the sick move there, just pulling only his Air Force back and just PDDing his way through like 4 Thors there and a bunch of Vikings. That was a ridiculous number of PDDs as well. And here we go. Now the Air Force is going to rejoin the main ground force here. Going to discover this this 3 o'clock base as well. That's not even safe, even though it's blocked off by rocks. It doesn't matter. Actually, I think the rocks might have been broken. But either way, Classic is so dead thanks to this awesome move by Light. And look at this. Classic was holed up in his main base, using his siege tanks to defend, but now the Banshees come in. And GG from Classic. Light with a very cool trick, a very cool strategy maybe I should say. Cool unit choice is going to take game number 1 here for Woonton Stars. Of course, they do need to take the StarCraft 2 best of 3.